Hello guys and welcome. So in this video I wanted to answer the question, what is Counter-Strike Global Offensive, popularly known as CSGO? This video is aimed at people who know nothing about CSGO and have always been interested. Hopefully it will serve as a good starter guide for you. So I wanted to make this video now because there's a lot of hype right now about Valorant, which I did make some videos about, but people, I don't know, maybe you don't know what CSGO is, because CSGO is a game that is mostly being compared to. So I wanted to explain. So CSGO is a multiplayer first-person shooter game that was developed by Valve and Hidden Path Entertainment. It is the fourth game in the Counter-Strike series. It was released for Windows, Mac, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 in August 2012, and Linux in 2014. The game pits two teams against each other, the bad guys and the good guys. I'm not going to say the actual names for demonetization reasons. Both sides are tasked with eliminating the other while also completing separate objectives. The bad guys, depending on the game mode, must either plant a confetti or defend the... I can't really basically say anything without risking demonetization. The idea simply the bad guys are trying to do bad things, the good guys are trying to eliminate them. That's it. So, and it features matchmaking as well. What that means is that the better you do, the higher ranked you are, the better other players you'll be matched against while you're playing. And typically, the games go on for only a few minutes each. So for that reason, is many rounds. So it's a case of it's a best of, say, 20 rounds or something like that in order to get through. Now, some people have been playing CSGO for a very long time. So the most popular streamers, such as Summit1G and so on, they're absolute pros, because not just because of the fact they can just point and click and aim, it's also because they have expert knowledge of all the maps. They know exactly, or they can predict very closely where the people are going to come around, which corners, which points they're going to be invading from, and so on. So that's basically the idea of it. Now, the idea of this game is that it's just one team eliminating another. There isn't any collapsing zone like you see in Battle Royale games. That wasn't introduced until 2018 with games like Fortnite and so on. There isn't any of that in games like CSGO or Valorant. So what I'm going to do is, as part of this what is series, I'm going to link as many useful resources in the description down below, including to the official website, to the Wikipedia page, to this trailer, and so on. Now, originally, you actually had to buy CSGO, but looking at this now, it says, Valve transitioned the game to a free-to-play model focusing on revenue from cosmetic items. So from that, it means that you can download CSGO for free. You can play it for free. It's just a case of, if you want to get extras like different skins for your weapons and stuff like that, then that's stuff you need to buy and pay for. Now, in the past, you might have heard about the whole, let's say, weapon and item gambling that was in CSGO. So let me give you a little bit of context to that. So it doesn't exist anymore. That's the first thing I'll say. But this is the way it used to work. You used to be able to trade items between yourself and other players. So what people would have then set up is sort of gambling websites where you could put your items, your stack of items, against other people. And the more value your items had, the more chance you had of winning. But you had very rare situations where someone would put in like $10,000 worth of items to pretty much steal everything from everyone, and then someone would come along with like $50 or less worth of items, and they would have a small chance to win, and they would win. So I remember a highlight from a stream from Soda Poppin, where he basically put in nearly nothing and he won $10,000 when gambling. However, now the controversy with the CSGO gambling is that there were a lot of popular streamers at the time who were basically, from my understanding, is they were promoting gambling websites, but they didn't actually fully express and fully openly state the fact that they were owners of the site that they were promoting. So, which is basically devious, to say the least. But the reason why it was shut down and hit down hard is because effectively it promotes gambling to kids, which is a big no. So the Gambling Commission, USA, UK, all around the world, were like, hell no, we're not going to promote gambling to children. So yeah, so it was all shut down. So that sort of side of the game doesn't exist anymore. But that's to give you context as to what that was, in case you ever heard about it and so on. And now, focusing on the game itself, focusing on the gameplay, people like it. I personally found CSGO very frustrating because there is realistic bullet spray when you're firing your weapon. What that means is, it's like if you're holding, let's say, like machine gun or whatever, basically it's going to have kickback, it's going to have recoil when you're shooting, and the bullets are going to spray all over the place. So basically, in this sort of game, if you point, click, and you keep holding down the shoot button on your mouse, then you will the gun will spray everywhere, basically. Now, there is a way to learn the patterns. You can learn the patterns because it's always the same pattern every time you shoot, and people then compensate when they're shooting. They only fire a couple of times at a time, or if they do spray, then they move the mouse so that effectively the bullets are going in the same direction. But I found that incredibly frustrating to learn. I personally couldn't be bothered. I had a lot of other games to play, but that sort of thing does exist in CS:GO, and it's probably something that has been, let's say, made. I don't want to say made fun of, because there's a lot of players who actually like that, but there was plenty of people like myself who really didn't. So yeah, but basically CSGO has been one of the most played games on Steam, which Valve do own as well, for many years. And let's see, it's drawn an estimated 11 million players per month, which would rival even the biggest MMOs, basically. So CSGO is incredibly popular, and that's why Riot Games are trying to move in on the space of CSGO with a game like Valorant. So Battle Royales are completely separate. You have games like Fortnite, and then you have Apex Legends, and then you have, more recently, Call of Duty Modern Warfare with their Battle Royale Warzone. But that is its own category. This has basically nearly no competitor. CSGO has nearly no competitor until Valorant came along. So this squad versus squad, like say gameplay, is very limited in scope. There's not many games that do it. But because CSGO is so popular, it makes sense that some people would at this point want to compete, because especially now, because CSGO is old. I'd have no idea if Valve are intending to release, for example, a CSGO 2. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling. So let's very quickly visit the official website of CSGO. We'll read what's on there, and we'll take it from there. So let's take a look. Okay, here's the official website, which is linked in the description. So let's see. Now, there's all these different tabs, resources, and so on. I'm in the About section. So it says CSGO expands upon the team-based first-person gameplay the original Counter-Strike pioneered when it launched in 1999. Two teams compete in multiple rounds of objective-based game modes with the goal of winning enough rounds to win the match. CSGO features new maps, characters, and weapons, and delivers updated versions of the classic Counter-Strike maps like Dust, Inferno, Nuke, Train, and more. In addition, CSGO introduces new modes like Arms Race, Flying Scotsman, and Wingman, and features online matchmaking and competitive skill groups. Okay, so I'm not going to read all this because I don't want it to turn into like a 3-hour video. But yeah, there is a lot of information on the official website, on the Wikipedia page, and so on. And the main thing, as with all games, if you've always been curious, try it. Because this has got an established player base, an established community behind it already. So if you're desperately trying to get into the Valorant beta just because everyone else is, then maybe this could give you the sort of gameplay you're looking for in the meantime. Okay, guys? So we'll leave it at that for today. Oh, anyway, guys, that's it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can watch a random video over there. You can watch the latest upload down there. Or you can click down here to subscribe. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.